What's up, guys? I just wanted to do like a little comprehensive weapon guide for the cycle because I haven't seen one on the internet yet, and I feel like it would be helpful or would have been helpful for me starting out if I had an overview of the weapons and what was good and what wasn't, so I didn't have to learn by dying because my gun sucked really bad. But, other than that, if you like the video, if it's helpful in any way, shape, or form, hit the like button, share the video, comment. I don't really know how the YouTube algorithm works, but I know you're supposed to do those things. So if you care to, go ahead and do that. But other than that, I'll just roll into the video now. Alright, first of all, we're going to start with the Korolev faction, which I recommend starting out with because the Scrapper is dirt cheap and it is it's by far the best starter weapon in the cycle. It's like 18 damage, 12.5 rate of fire, 14 magazine capacity, 15 pen, so it's a very early game weapon. But it works really well if you get up close and personal. If you pair this with a bolt action from the default faction, like the normal guns that you can find rusty versions of in the game, uh, this and a bolt action is a very, very good, very cheap combination. All right. Next in this in the Korolev faction is the Maelstrom. I've used it a few times. I don't really like it. I feel like it's just not good enough. I've used a lot of the shotguns in this game, and I guess there's only 3 shotguns, I'm pretty sure. The default one, the Maelstrom, and then the other one from the ICA. I don't remember what it's called, but I like the one from the ICA. It's a lever action and it hurts pretty good. The long shot is really good for fighting monsters. This is probably the gun that you want to take out if you're just farming the big guys. And if you don't know how to fight the big guys, you just let them come at you and you shoot them in their open mouth. Or if you want to know how to fight the crushers on the other map, you shoot them in the legs until they go down, and then you run behind them and you shoot them in their back, and you rinse and repeat that, and they die pretty quick. The hammer, I'm really excited to use this one because on paper it looks really good. Like, it uses medium ammo, so it's relatively cheap. It's got 33 damage and 2.86 rate of fire, 6 magazine capacity, and 30 pen for only 42k. So that's a lot of pen. Like this is going to be hurting people when they're wearing really good gear, and it's only 40k. It does. It says it does more damage and has a higher rate of fire than the long shot, but that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I mean, it's a little pistol. How could it do more damage than this thing? But I'm excited to try it because I actually think it's going to be good. And then the best AR in the game by far, the KOR. Super expensive. If you find it in raid, just use it. It's the best AR in the game. It's nuts. You put a pen mod and a mag capacity on this thing, you just you win everything. You win every single fight. It's that easy. You pair that with a bolt action and you're good to go for any situation. All right. You know what? I'll do it all in one recording. Let's run over to the Osiris and go over their weapons. Actually, no, let's go to the starting one. So, trench gun, B9 trench gun, don't use it. Absolutely garbage. It has 6 pen. Default armor has more than it has a pen value of 10 or an armor value of 10. So it actually stops this. This is the only gun that it actually stops a significant amount of damage from. Don't use the trench gun. It sucks. The PDW is alright. I wouldn't really use it because the damage is so low and it just has too much recoil for how bad it is. The AR I also wouldn't use, not that good. It's too jumpy, low rate of fire, low pen, low damage. The bolt action is incredible. This thing, just bring one of these every single time you go out and just don't put any attachments on it, leave it stock, and just bring 20 rounds, and you'll be amazed by how many times you'll just see someone off in the distance and shoot them once and they'll just die. You shoot them in the head and they die, or twice in the body and you catch them out in the open, they just die. There's nothing you can do. The bolt is nuts. The pistol is okay. I'd use it because it's really cheap. For how cheap it is, 18 damage and in 10 pen, so it's going through, or it's dealing most of that damage to default armor. It's pretty good. It's just a little bit hard to hit enough shots to kill someone if they're wearing decent armor. But if they're wearing white armor, it's not bad. Alright. Let's go to the ICA because that's what I have next. Alright, here with the ICA, Bulldog, absolute garbage, don't ever use it, it's not gonna do anything good for you. It's 4,000. If it was like 200, I could see it. Because it sucks. Like, it's way too expensive for what it's worth, which is jack shit, it sucks. The ICA guarantee is probably it's if you can bring the recoil down, because it's got a 40 round mag, you can just drag down, it's got a pretty easy recoil pattern, and you can beam people with this pretty good. I like it. I don't use it all the time, but I like it. The Lacerator, I've I've tried using it a few times. It looks good on paper, but it's so goddamn difficult to land enough shots to kill someone with it. Like, you feel like it should take like 3 shots to kill someone with this thing in the chest. But it just feels like it takes way more, and I don't like it. And plus it jumps around all side to side, and it's really hard to keep it on target. The Shatter Gun, this is the shotgun that I was talking about. 25 pen, it's really cheap. And this is pretty good at killing Jeffs. Actually, the Lacerator is better at killing Jeffs, honestly. The Lacerator is cheaper and better at killing Jeffs, but I don't like it in PvP. Shatter Gun, I like this. It's a lot of fun because you can like jump in the air and just like pop up over terrain and blast someone in the head, and it just kills them. It's nuts. It's got 25 pain and 84 damage. If you hit enough pellets on the face, they just die. The Advocate, this is one of the decent ARs. I like it quite a bit. You just put like a little recoil attachment, and it's 13 damage, 10 rate of fire. That's decent rate of fire. Magazine is decent, pen is decent, and it's only 50k, so it's good. The Voltaic Brute is hands down the best gun in the game. It has 14 damage, 16.7 rate of fire, 25 magazine capacity, and 30 pen. If you put a pen mod on that and like a quick mag, a magazine capacity and magazine reload speed on this thing, and like a recoil attachment, it's just incredible. Like 16.7 rate of fire, and the recoil pattern's easy. You just pull straight down, basically, and it barely goes side to side. You just beam people like immediately with this thing. It's the best SMG by far. It's the best gun by far. It's just good. I have not seen this, found this. I've never even used this, so I can't really comment on it. But 65, is it a firing a metal rod? Oh, so it's like a railgun. It does 65 damage and has 45 pen. Maybe will that one shot people? I don't know. In the head, I don't know how fast the bullets go with this thing either, but I imagine if it's 300k, it's probably really good. Alright, over to Osiris. Which you definitely want to level Osiris, like, relatively fast. Because at, I think, level 8, you unlock the Strong Stim, and the Strong Stim is incredible. This thing sucks. You can heal to full with, like, 4 of these, and it takes, like, 6 of these. I think it takes more than 6. I don't want to do math. I'm too tired. Alright, weapons. Scarab, really good early game. It's like, if you just want to bring one gun for really cheap and do budget runs, this is the gun. It's 2100, and it's got 17 damage, so almost as much as the Scrapper. The only thing is it doesn't go full auto, but it is a lot more controllable. I really like the Scarab. You can kill people from like right up in your face to like a medium range pretty easily with this gun. The Manticore, it's like the cheapest AR that there is. It's okay early game. It's got 15 pen, so it's going through the level 1 armor, but as soon as you get level 2 armor and you're at medium range, like it's really good close, because it jumps in like a triangle, like back and forth, and it's hard to keep it on target when they're further away. But if they're really close, then it just bounces around on their chest, and if you just pull down, it'll hit them. But at medium range, it's kind of difficult to control. Phasic Lancer I haven't played a lot with, but it didn't seem that the burst was accurate enough to actually kill from distance, but up close it was really good. The Asp Flechette Gun is probably like it's probably the best gun for value as far as like later game guns though, because it's only 40k, but it has 15 damage and 11.5 rate of fire with a 22 mag capacity, which, like, if you bump this up with an extended mag, then this is a really, really, really good gun. And a pen of 25 and a 40k package, and it's like a pretty ergonomic thing, and you can mod it. It's got almost no recoil. You just pull straight down. The bullets do travel quite slow though, so at medium ranges you have to lead them, but you can still kill people really easily with the Flechette Gun, especially up close. It's a monster up close. The Gorgon is a beam weapon. I've never used it. I'm only 2 levels away from Osiris, so maybe I'll try for this because it's like 53k, and it's got 25 pens, so on paper it should like beam people pretty fast because it's a hit scan, but like for as long as the beam's on them, it's doing damage. But I don't know how much damage it says 3 damage, so I don't know. I have to test it. Like I'd have to shoot it and see how good it kills in order to know this, or know if it's good or not. Basilisk, never used it. 40 pen. Marks high phase tech marksman rifle considered ahead of its time that impacts are powerful in its class and also boosts a high rate of fire. Okay, so it's like a DMR, I think. That better be good. It's an expensive DMR. It's got 40 pen though, so this would probably be really, really good at killing Jeffs, is what I would guess. But for PvP, maybe not so much because it doesn't go full auto, and that's kind of sad. Maybe it has a good scope by default? I wouldn't know. Is that it for the weapons? Yeah, I already went over the default weapons, so that's it. I mean, yeah, I guess that's all you really need to know. Recommendations for starter weapons, just use the bolt and the scrapper. That's like the cheapest, most efficient kit that you can get early game. It's pretty wild what you can do with just a bolt action and a scrapper stock with a stack of ammo each. For starter guns, what you're gonna want to use is the bolt action, the scrapper, and the Scarab, and those are the 3 guns that I'd say are best for starting out. They make your life really easy. And then for late game or mid game, I'd say the Flechette Gun is good, and the Advocate is good. And what else? The Hammer, I think, is going to be good for a mid game gun once I unlock it. And then for late game, you know, the Voltaic Brute, the Core, the rail guns, what else is good? I don't really know, but you get the picture. I hope it was helpful. If you found, actually, I'm going to say this at the beginning in the intro, so thanks for tuning in. If you enjoy what you saw, you can check me live on Twitch. I'm live most days of the week, so, you know, tune in if you want to. Other than that, I'm going to head over to the outro now. What's up, guys? This is Outro Spectrum here. I just wanted to say I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it was informative. Other than that, I am live most days of the week on Twitch. Pop by if you feel so inclined. I'd love to have you. Other than that, bye-bye.